Hello everybody, Elias589161234752 Tim here, filling in with another KTANE module tutorial for Playfair Cipher. This is a module which has 4 buttons on it, A, B, C, D, which we will press in some order. But the main attraction is this little strip here at the top, which has a color and some text. So let's take a look at this first one here. The text is Delta Foxtrot Bravo Victor Golf Charlie, which you might sometimes need the camera zoom mod to see properly. And we want the color, which is blue. Let's take a quick look at the manual. The first thing we need to know is what day of the week is it. At the time that I am recording this, it's a Wednesday, so let's write down the word here, secret. If there is a lit bulb indicator, and it is one of those days that are marked with an asterisk, then we need to use the following day. So let's take a look if we do have a lit bulb. We have a lit car, but no bulb, so no. The next rule is in this table, we need the color of the screen, and we need to look at these conditions here. So let's take a look if the bomb has a serial and a parallel port. No, it does not. It only has a parallel port. The sum of the serial number digits is 6 plus 6, yep, that's definitely greater than 10. So that's the rule that applies. So now we have EDOC, E-D-O-C. So let's add that. Then, if the serial number doesn't contain a vowel, well, that is true. It does not actually contain any vowels. So swap the two parts. So now we have EDOC first and then secret. If you have one or more strikes, then we need to add another third part. But we don't at the moment. We will get to that when we get to it. If the sum of the digits in the serial number is a prime number, well, 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. That's divisible by 3, so it's not a prime number. Otherwise, we would have to reverse the complete key, which would mean T-E-R-C-E-S and then D-O-C-O-D-E. But we don't do that. So let's jumble these together, no spaces, and let's remove all the duplicated letters so that only the first occurrence of each letter is there. So we have an E at the start, so we get rid of this E and this E. We have a Charlie here, so we get rid of that one, and that's it. Now, we do the same thing with the entire alphabet. So here we have the alphabet, we remove E, D, O, C, E, D, C, and O, and SRT. So let's remove SRT. Also, we're going to remove the J. I should have not even written the J. In this module, I and J are simply the same thing. You consider them as one single letter. Now, let's put a new line after every 5 letters. So now we get a 5 by 5 square, which is 25 letters. This is what we'll be working with. We are now going to decode a message from these letters that we were given. So let's take a look at the first 2 letters, Delta and Foxtrot. Well, Delta is here and Foxtrot is here. So Delta is in this row and this column, and Foxtrot is in this row and this column. Let's swap which column and which row. So instead of looking at the column for Delta and the row for Delta, we're going to look at the column for Delta. No, sorry. We're going to look at the row for Delta, but the column for Foxtrot. So we get an S. And then we're going to look at the row for Foxtrot, but the column for Delta, and there we get a T. So to put this differently, let's take the next 2 letters, Bravo, Victor. Bravo is here, and Victor is here. So another way of phrasing the same thing is from the Bravo, find the letter that is on the same height, no, on the same level, as in vertical level, from the other letter, the Victor. So going from Bravo, we move left because the Victor is on the far left. So that would be our next letter. And then from the Victor, we do the same thing to the same height as the Bravo, which would be this one. It's a Yankee. Finally, the last 2 letters are Golf and Charlie. we have a golf here and a Charlie here. So from the golf, we go underneath the Charlie, we have a K. From the Charlie, we go above the golf, we have an E. So the message that we've decoded is strike, but with a Y. Looking at this table here, we see it asks again for the screen text color, which is blue, and the decrypted message, which in our case is strike with a Y. So our answer is Alpha Charlie Bravo Delta. Alpha Charlie Bravo Delta. Okay, let's do the same thing again. This one has the code W Quebec, Golf Romeo Delta Quebec, and the color yellow. So let's take a look at the manual. It is still Wednesday, so that doesn't change. But the color is now yellow, so the condition that holds here is still the same. So we get ETIUQ. And of course, as before, we still have no vowel in the serial number, so we swap the two parts. And now the E is duplicated, the Tango is duplicated. And now, Alpha Bravo Charlie is already there, Delta Echo is there, Foxtrot Golf Hotel India is there, Juliet we ignore, Kilo Lima Mike November Oscar, Papa Quebec is there, Romeo Sierra Tango Uniform, they're all there, Victor Whiskey X-Ray Yankee Zulu. Let's squash these all up into a 5x5 square, there we go. And again, let's look at each pair. So we start with WQ, W is here, Q is here, so going from the W to the right underneath the Q, we have a Zulu, and from the Q going left above the whiskey, we have a Tango. And then the next pair is Golf Romeo, Golf Romeo. Now this is an interesting special case, they are directly above each other. If we look at here, if the letters appear on the same column, replace them with the letters immediately above, wrapping to the bottom if necessary. So in this case, the Golf, well, the letter above that is a Romeo, and for the Romeo, the letter above that is an India. So Romeo India is the letters we get. And then for Delta Quebec, well, we have Delta here and Quebec there, so again we go to the right underneath the Quebec, we have Kilo, and from the Quebec to the left we have an Echo. So now we have strike, but written with a Zulu instead of a Sierra, and the screen text color is yellow, so the answer is Delta Alpha Charlie Bravo. Delta Alpha Charlie Bravo. Okay, now let's take a look and see what happens when we get a strike. Take a look at the text on this module, Charlie Echo Alpha X-Ray Golf Zulu, and I'm gonna get a strike on a different module, this one here. The text has now changed. Whiskey Quebec Delta, this is not what it said before. So every time you get a strike on the bomb, even on a different module, the message changes. So this means that while an expert is solving this module, you cannot get a strike, otherwise they have to start over. Well, not completely start over, because the conditions in the manual, you know, like serial number contains a vowel and this row here, are still the same, and presumably the day of the week is still the same, because actually the day of the week at the start of the bomb is what counts. And actually the screen text color also doesn't change, so the word in the second table is still the same. And so you have to redo the 5x5 square and redo the decoding. Okay, so now that the message has changed, let's take another look at this module. The letters are Whiskey Quebec, Delta Romeo Hotel Tango. The color is yellow. So let's take a look at the manual. It is still Wednesday, so the word is still secret. The sum of the serial number digit is still greater than 10, so we have ETIUQ. And of course the serial number doesn't contain a vowel, so we swap the parts. However, we now have one or more strikes. So we have to add a third part. In this case, because it's one strike, it's the word one, O-N-E. Now let's remove all the duplicates. So Echo, we have here, here, and here. Tango, we have here. And that's it. So now the rest of the alphabet is Alpha Bravo, Charlie we've got, Delta, Echo we've got, Foxtrot Golf, Hotel, India we've got, Juliet we ignore, Kilo Lima, Mike, November is there, Oscar is there, Papa, Quebec is there, Romeo is there, Sierra, Tango, Uniform, they're all there. Victor, Whiskey, X-Ray, Yankee, Zulu. Now, again, let's split our message into pairs. WQ, well, going from the W to the right to underneath the Q, we have a Zulu. Going from the Q to the left to above the Whiskey, we have a Tango. And then Delta Romeo, well, they are on top of each other, which means that we move up one. So from the Delta, we get a Romeo, and from the Romeo, we get an India. Now, Hotel and Tango are here and here. So moving right from the Hotel gives me a Kilo, moving left from the Tango gives me an Echo. So we have the same message that we had before. So the answer is still Delta Alpha Charlie Bravo. Okay. Now, for the sake of getting a different key, in other words, a different 5x5 rectangle, I'm going to get a strike on this module. There we go. And now the message here has changed, but so has the key. So let's take another look. Tango, Oscar, Delta, Romeo, Mike, Uniform in orange. And here we go again. It is still Wednesday, we still have secret. The text color is orange, so we have this column now. So instead of quite written backwards, we now have quiet. Like this. Not that it matters, because the E gets filtered out anyway. If the serial number doesn't contain a vowel, swap the part, so it does matter, because this echo is first. And we do have more than one strike now. We have two of them, so we need to add TWO. Now let's construct the square. So we have QUIE, TS. The E is duplicated, the E is duplicated, the T is duplicated, and another duplicated T. Then the rest of the alphabet: Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Mike, November, Oscar, Papa. Uniforms there, Victor is not, Whiskey is there, X-Ray, Yankee, Zulu. So this is our square. Now, again, let's split the message into pairs of two. Tango, Oscar. These are on top of each other, so as before, we go up one. Now from Tango, if we go up one, we have to wrap around to the bottom, so we land on the Zulu. From the Oscar going up one, we get the Tango. From Delta Romeo, which are here, they are also on top of each other, so going up one, we get Romeo India. MU, Mike Uniform. Mike is here, Uniform is here, so going left from the Mike gives me Kilo, going right from the Uniform gives me Echo. So we have the same message that we had before, which is a coincidence, but this time it's orange, so the answer is Bravo, Alpha, Charlie, Delta. Now let's take a look at the new bomb so that we get some different edge work. This time, we do actually have a parallel and a serial port. So let's take a look at this module. The color is orange, and the letters are Victor, Sierra, Charlie, X-Ray, Hotel, Charlie. Let's go through the rules. It is still Wednesday, so the word is secret. The first word is secret. The screen text color is orange. The bomb has a serial and parallel port, so now the word is message. Does the serial number contain a vowel? Let's take a look. No, it does not, only X-Ray and Foxtrot. So, we still need to swap the paths, which means message is first. And then we have no strikes on this bomb yet. And we need to check the sum of the digits in the serial number. Well, 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 4 is 15, plus 4 is 19. So this time it is, in fact, a prime number, so we need to reverse the complete key, which means that instead of message secret, we now have TERCESEGASSEM. In other words, the same thing written backwards. Now let's remove the duplicates. We have a Tango, we have several echoes. Let's remove all of those. Romeo, Charlie, Sierra, Golf, Alpha, Mike. Then let's do groups of 5, and now put in the rest of the alphabet. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet we ignore, Kilo, Lima, Mike is there, November, Oscar, Papa, Quebec, Romeo is there? Sierra, Tango, Uniform, Victor, Whiskey, X-Ray, Yankee, Zulu. Now we have our 5x5 square. We split up our message into groups of 2 and look at Victor, Sierra. So moving right from Victor to underneath the Sierra, we have a Zulu. And moving left from the Sierra to above the Victor, we get a Tango. With Charlie and X-Ray, moving left from Charlie, we get a Romeo. And moving right from X-Ray, we get a Yankee. Finally, Hotel Charlie. Well, Hotel is here. Underneath the Charlie is a K. And moving left from Charlie, we get an E. So we have strike, but with a Zulu and a Yankee. So it's this row here. The screen text color was orange. So the answer is Charlie, Delta, Bravo, Alpha. Okay. Now let's take a look at this module. Here we have yellow, Tango, Echo, Charlie, X-Ray, Foxtrot, Sierra. It is still Wednesday, so we still have secret. We need to check for a lit bob. We don't have a lit bob. The screen text color is now yellow. The bomb still has a serial and a parallel port. So we add the word groove. The serial number doesn't contain a vowel, swap the parts. One or more strikes. We do not have strikes. And there is a prime number. So now we start with Tango, Echo, Romeo, Charlie. We already have an Echo, so I'm just gonna omit that. Sierra, Victor, Oscar, Romeo, Golf. We already have a Romeo, so that goes away as well. Now add the rest of the alphabet. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Whiskey, Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Mike, November, Oscar, Papa, Quebec, Romeo, Sierra, Tango, Uniform, Victor, Whiskey, X-Ray, Yankee, Zulu. Now the screen text color is yellow. So Tango, Echo. Aha! Now we have a new case. They are side by side. Previously we had the case where two letters were above each other, in which case we move up one. Now when they're side by side in the same row, then we're supposed to replace them with the letters to the immediate left. So going left from the Tango, we wrap around to the other side, we have a Sierra, and moving left from the Echo, we get a Tango. Then Charlie, X-Ray. Charlie is here, X-Ray is here. Moving left from the Charlie gives us an R. Moving right from the X-Ray gives us a Yankee. And finally, Foxtrot, Sierra give us Kilo and Echo. So now the answer is this one. So the table tells us to press Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Alpha. Okay. Let's take a look at this module. The screen is orange. The message is Victor, Sierra, Charlie, X-Ray, India, Yankee. We start with secret. We still don't have a lit bob. The screen color is orange. We still have a serial and parallel port. We don't have any strikes, but we do have this condition because we don't have a vowel, so we swap the two parts. The sum of the digits in the serial number is still a prime number, so we reverse the complete key, which means we have Tango, Echo, Romeo, Charlie, Echo, Sierra, Echo, Golf, Alpha, Sierra, Echo, Mike. There we go. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Mike. I duplicated the Golf. Congratulations if you noticed that. November, Oscar, Papa, Quebec, Romeo, Sierra, Tango, Uniform, Victor, Whiskey, X-Ray, Yankee, Zulu. So, Victor, Sierra. Moving right from the Victor to underneath Sierra, we have a Zulu. Moving left from the Sierra to above the Victor, we have a Tango. Charlie, X-Ray. Well, Charlie is here. Moving left to above the X-Ray gives me a Romeo. And moving right from the X-Ray to underneath the Charlie gives me a Yankee. And finally, India Yankee. Well, India is here and Yankee is here. Moving to the right from India gives me a K, and moving left from the Yankee gives me an X-ray. Now, if we look at the manual, you will see that that exact word is not actually anywhere. However, we have this word here, which is the same but with the X missing. This is what the manual means when it says drop any X's that don't make sense. In other words, when the solution word has an odd number of letters, as is the case here, it will add an extra X-ray at the end, so when you decode it, you will find that X-ray, and you just get rid of it. So this is the actual message, and the screen text color was orange, so the answer is Delta Bravo Alpha Charlie. Okay, I will now blank the screen and give you a different module on a new bomb. Here is your edge work. On this bomb, we have no batteries, we have a lit November SA, a lit Foxtrot Romeo Kilo, and an unlit Mike SA. We have a parallel port and a serial port. The serial number is Kilo Whiskey 5 Tango Lima 9, and it is Wednesday. On your module, the letters are Tango India Bravo Whiskey Hotel Alpha, and the color is orange. You do not have any strikes. Try this. Solution coming up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. This is the 5x5 square that you should have gotten. And this is the decoded message, STRYKE. And because the text was orange, the answer should be DCBA. If you got this right, congratulations! I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching. Happy decoding of messages, and don't explode.